look you in the eyes. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You flow like a feather in a beautiful world. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special. I'm a creep, and I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice that I'm not around. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, special. I'm a creep, and I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here.
So, I think this will be my last thing on sound. I'm going to try to make this real, somewhat short. When I started, I had the Dunleavys and the JBLs and this Rel sub running. Then I switched to the Dunleavys, which also included this Rel, just by the nature of the way the Rel hooks up to the system. And then I switched over to the JBLs, which had no Rel. They had no sub, which is what you're listening to right now. So I think that I have my room dialed in the best that I can do. But when I started getting into this, I realized I was thinking about how I perceive both influencers and just what I read about placement, how sound comes out, and just my own pretending to be an engineer. And here's what I came up with, and hopefully this will help anybody that's trying to set up their room. If we took a string, let's say 3 feet long, and 2 people held it really tight and I plucked it, it would make a faint sound. We put that string on a wood base with a housing behind it. Let's call it a guitar, a violin, a drum. No string on a drum, but you know what I'm saying. With that housing behind there, we have sound. So we're looking at reverberation. The same thing that we're trying to eliminate, maybe we're not trying to eliminate it. Maybe we're just trying to manipulate it. So if we go with that theory that you need reverberation to make the fullness of the sound, then let's look at the speaker itself, not the cabinet, just the speaker. That would be our string. Or our drum, however you want to put it. The cabinet and anything behind the front wall is the housing. Once I started getting this, I started putting this together a lot better. So like when you hear people say, well, take your speakers and move them, out into the room, some as much as 6 feet or 3 feet. Well, you don't have that space, but you need to get it out of the room, out into the room. If you can get it 20 inches out, you would be doing yourself a favor. I can tell you that the corn walls that are buried in the back, like to be close to the wall, closer. It does make it, if you're moving a corn wall, you'll hear the sound as you're moving it. You'll hear it change. So they were really designed to be close to the wall. My speakers are all in place. This is the way they're going to stay. Basically, the only thing I really have to move to make anything functional, any one set of speakers, is probably the JBLs, which are why they're on casters. So, but every speaker is in a place where all I got to do is move the cables around. I will get the sound that I want. Now, let's delve just a little bit in, because I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes. We're all comparing our sound against somebody else's. And all it does is sound different. It may not sound, it just sounds different at the time. It's like painting a room. Oh, that looks so much nicer. Well, because you changed it. Even if you went to the same color, it just got cleaner, right? So suddenly it's brighter. I like a variety of sound. I found that I like dispersion of sound. I like reflection. I like that more liveliness. And that's what I've built here. Unfortunately, with all the work that I did this week, I have got, by the audiophile standards, by every comparison that anybody talks about, I've got width, I got depth. You couldn't tell me which speaker is playing. I know you couldn't, because you would have to concentrate, and you would still be wrong, because everybody usually is when they come down here and listen. They literally have to get up and start looking at cables. I know what I want, but I lost some liveliness out of this. I've got depth, I've got width, to levels that I never had before. So it was worthwhile doing. But I think I'm going to pull back a little bit on some of this stuff, because I want a little bit more of that liveliness that I had before. That's the sound I want. But there is nothing that I can do right now, short of spending more money, which I'm not going to do, to improve my system. I might consider a power cable, but only because I can return it. If it gives me some improvement, then I'll... Noticeable improvement, not just a little bit of improvement, but noticeable improvement. I was wrong about speaker cables. I was wrong about the weight, the puck on the albums. I may be wrong about this power cable thing. But so This is it.
They say I get a little lost inside my mind. If I could heal it, I would try.